What is going on? We are
What's
back.
up, y'all?
What is this, 14?
Episode 14. That's right.
Damn.
Rome and Duddy show. We started this on summer tour, and here we are. We're about to roll into another summer tour in a couple months.
I know. And you would think by now we would have this all figured out. I think that what we should do is start to record us before we start the show, because
It's
every episode, it's just us scrambling. Nothing works. We can't figure it out.
It's actually really funny because Duddy has like just a simple microphone and then his computer and a webcam. And I have like this giant studio with the condenser microphone and EQs and speakers and lights and transitions. None of it works.
No.
It barely works. It's always going wrong. So,
it reminds me when I go fishing with my brother-in-law. He's the guy that he watches fishing videos. He goes to fishing conventions. He every time we go, he's got some new reel that's some crazy thing that I don't even really get it. And then while we're fishing, I've got the old school setup. Give me that normal ass old school reel and my pole, and we go out, and I swear to God, half the time he's fixing up a bundled ass thing because his new crazy thing doesn't work. And I'm over there just slaying fish with my old school.
Does he catch it all, or?
He catches, but I tend to catch more.
You catch more. Oh,
and I just got my same ass old school little rod over there, just fucking whipping them out. Whoop, whoop.
Dude, look, man, it's fucking science, right? It's it's been proven.
Gotta love it. But hey, guys, we got it's going to be a shorter show for you guys today. We've had a super busy week with the launch of our new Cbd Bundle, which we'll get to in a second. And we're finishing up this Dirty Heads album. We're pretty much done. And Rome's just had a crazy week too. So we are sorry. It's going to be a shorter episode. We're not doing a T-Gats this week. And we're actually going to extend the beat of the week. We're going to extend it again one more week, just because we didn't really have time to put a full show together today, but we wanted to at least give you something and just give you a little update. So that's pretty much what this is going to be. I do have a hilarious Jack story though that I'm going to tell you guys in a second. So, but other than that, if you guys have been listening and enjoying the show, wherever you are listening, hook us up with that subscribe, whatever, leave us a review. It really does help the show grow and continue on. And the show has been growing, and we have been seeing the reviews coming in. So thank you guys so much. The bigger the show gets and the bigger the audience gets, the better it's going to be for all these, contestants submitting their bands or whatever it is. Just more eyes are going to be on these bands and these submissions. So it really does help. So thank you guys. Yeah.
And then, if it gets really big, then maybe we can hire someone to fix my cameras or something.
I know. We're getting ready. I'm like,
professional.
This is why we have techs out on the road. Because if it was me and Rome trying to, my guitar doesn't work. What do I do?
It'd be over. It would be over. That show would never get played.
No, dude. We're going to push it back another 30 minutes. Sorry, guys. We don't have much of a concert for you guys today. We don't have time, but we're going to get one song in.
Dude, that's so true. I had to do that at we played this show in Orange County a couple years ago at the Slide Bar, and it was like a Sublime with Rome pop-up show, and we didn't even have our crew or anything, and I could obviously tune my guitar and set up an amp, but dude, something just went wrong, and I couldn't figure out where it was going, and it was in the middle of the set, and I'm freaking out, and I'm I have everybody trying to help me. Even fans were trying to check out what's wrong with the amp. This big buzz was coming out of nowhere.
Bro, your tuner's on.
Well, it was the power cable to the back of the amp was just kind of poking in, poking back out, poking in, and it was going poof, poof. It was making this terrible noise, and it's how are you supposed to guess that? You're
look, if you were by yourself in your room and you were jamming and that happened, you'd figure it out in a couple minutes. You'd figure it out. But on stage, that's not something you're used to having to think about. So it's just what
especially
do I do?
When you're a spoiled brat up there and you have a guitar tech.
And when you're on stage and something, when you're on stage and something goes wrong, every second feels like an hour.
That's the damn truth. That is
true. This last Cali Vibe show. Hey, Rome, this makes you feel better. You know how we played that clip of you not realizing the mic was on?
Yeah.
So yours was extremely loud and it was hilarious. But, we have those mics on stage that we can talk to each other. The band, we can all talk to each other on stage and no one else can hear us, So we're getting ready to play. I think it was Rage. This is Cali Vibes. I don't even know how many people were out there. 30,000 freaking people. It was huge.
Million, dude. It was so many people.
Probably 30 million people. But we're like getting ready to play Rage. And all of a sudden, Jared just like backs off the mic and he turns around and looks at us. So we are like, what? And then he like slowly walks across the stage with this weird look on his face. And he goes over to the mic and he goes into the mic and he goes, "What's my first line?"
No.
And he could not remember. And none of us could. We were all like, we were stumped. I kid you not. Yeah. It got to the point where Matty O, because Matty O kind of, keeps that ship rolling.
Oh,
on stage,
no, of course.
And it got to the point, he goes, "You're just going to have to go with it. See what happens, man." And he fucking starts the track. It's like, dude, we got to go. And in my head, we're all gathered around looking at each other. And it felt like 3 minutes of silence of us sitting there. But I saw the replay later. It was only like 15 seconds, right?
Dude, how does that happen?
What I'm saying, what's funny is you could kind of hear Jared, the crowd. Because I saw a replay and I was like, oh, here's that part where Jared came to the mic and talked. I was like, I want to see how long it actually was.
You could hear off the mic?
You could hear him. He walks up because it's dead silent in between a song,
Totally.
And Jared walks up and you hear him go, "What's my first line?" You can hear it.
We have to put that in
because his microphone is all the way in the back, kind of by Matty's drum. So when you get back there, you got all John's mics that are on all his percussion.
Yeah,
you got all Matty O's mics all over his drums. The horn guy's mics are up there now. So it's not super loud, but you can fucking hear him. And he's like, "What's my line on this song?" I was like, oh my God, it's so good.
That happens very often, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
In Jared's defense, that happens to me all the time.
It happens a lot. It happens.
I'll daydream about something and then be like, "Oh crap, the song starts in 2 seconds." And then boom, I have to remember that line.
It's weird. It's one of those where it's I never think about it. It's just you're in such boom, boom, boom. And then all of a sudden you'll be in mid show and you'll be like, "Oh, this song's next." And then it'll just hit you I don't know what's the first line? And you fucked yourself. You fucked yourself. Don't think when you're up there.
Hell no.
Don't ever think on stage. Just
feel.
Be. Once you start thinking, you're gone.
Just be.
Just be. Oh, man. All right. Well, that was a tangent, but
dude,
you guys get it. We got a just a kind of an update show here for you guys. So again, thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribes. We have been seeing them. The show has been growing. Also, if you are enjoying the show, head over to Facebook. We have a group over there, the Roman Duddy Show. It's a group where everyone that listens to the show is hanging out. That's where you can also vote on the Great American Talent Show. You're also going to be able to vote over there for Beat of the Week, which is a new segment we started last week. If you didn't listen and you want to be a part of it, we have on that Facebook group, there is a beat that we have put up for download, a free download of a beat. We just want to hear what you guys can do with it. So go over there, download that beat, drop a verse on there, give us a rap, sing something on it, whatever it is. We don't care. Send it into the Roman Duddy Show at gmail.com. We want to hear it. And we're going to put up some of our favorites on the Facebook group for everyone to vote on who is their favorite. And then we'll play some of the winners on the show. Lots of fun.
You never know who's listening. You never
know who's listening. It could be Puff Daddy.
It could be Puff Daddy. We had a really special friend of ours, old school homie, who's also in a really just kick-ass rock band. He reached out and showed interest, and he wanted to hop on the show. Well, I asked him if he'd want to be on the show to guest judge. So we'll reveal that soon, but keep a lookout for that. We'll be bringing in some guest judges for the Great American Talent Show, which will add a whole new dynamic to everything. So, yeah. Please keep sending them in. Dude, we have a bunch of submissions, by the way.
Bunch.
We got a bunch from the Beat of the Week stuff, and then a bunch for the talent show. And that's kind of partly the reason why we didn't put together the episode for the Great American Talent Show this week, was just because we have so many submissions. We kind of want to organize that properly and go through them.
Yeah, we want to. Next week's show is going to be a banger. We're going to have a lot of content for next week's show. It's going to be so much fun. So, and hey, if you are listening and you want to submit your and be in the talent show and whatever talent, singing, dancing, if you're in a band, if you're just a solo artist, if you're a comedian, we don't care.
Yep.
Send us your videos or just your audio or a link to your Spotify, whatever. Send it to the Roman Duddy Show at gmail.com. We would love to hear it. And you can be a part of the next Great American Talent Show.
Yeah. And real quick, just kind of touching on that. Somebody said in the Facebook group that they would personally like to see us separate the talent, the polls for the talent, like the musicians being the musicians corner and, the impressionist being the impressionist corner. And though I can see how that would simplify, that's not the intention of what the show is. Like, it's literally a talent show. So, and that's literally what we're like. If you are the best at what you do, then that is what we're trying to showcase. It's not, and I don't want anyone to think that it's like unfair that we're pitting like, a rock band or a reggae band against like somebody who does hula hooping. But at the end of the day, like that is the type of show that we're trying to create.
And it's like, hey, listen, no matter what you do in life, somebody's going to be like, you're doing it wrong. You should do it this way. No matter what you do, there's no way. But here's the deal. I've never seen a talent show where they're like, oh, we're doing one talent show, but it's going to be separate segments for each day. No, go like America's Got Talent. What is that? Yeah. It's just whatever you can do. Come on up here. Freaking Star Search back in the day. Whatever it is you do, come on up here. So it's a talent show. I've never. When you go, there's a school talent show. They're not separate school talent shows for each. You got a kid up there dancing. You got one kid up there, whatever he does, and the other kid that takes his notes
on guitar.
There you go. And I bet you went up against 4 girls who danced to a song and held up cards that said the words, and they did
they won.
And they won. They win every time. They all wore the same outfit. They looked adorable, probably pigtails. What's going on over there, Rum? Oh, you got a photo of it?
No, just I did look scared, didn't I? It's my wife.
Very scared.
She popped out of the dark. That's a scary thing.
My goodness. So you get it. It's a talent show. It's all for fun, but let's get into music news.
What you got? How's that album coming?
Dude, you guys, writing is done. The album is pretty much done. We've already started mixing some of the songs. I've been getting some of the mixes back.
Dang,
it sounds like amazing. That? We've chose the first single.
What is it?
The first single is, you guys want to hear it?
Wow, that's fucked up. That's why people are listening to this shit.
I know.
This was just a rare chance that you're able to do something like that.
Play it, but I don't think that my management or label would like me to sneak peek the single that we're about to drop. But it's cool, man. It's sounding really good. It's a really fun album. There's a handful of these tracks that are just going to be so fun live, lots of energy, and there's a couple tracks too that just really remind me of some old school Dirty Head shit that I think you guys are going to enjoy. So, God, it's so close to being done. Like I did my last vocal stuff I had to do. I did it yesterday. I'm done.
Where are you guys recording at?
Different places. We've done some out in LA with, Ryan. And then we've done a lot of it just right down here in Santa Ana at our buddy Cameron's. This is how everything goes full circle. Shit. We are recording, right now, who's helping engineer the album is the same guy who we only worked with one time in our entire life. And you were there, Rome.
Hurley?
When we did Lay Me Down at Hurley, Cameron.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yep.
I remember him. I ran into him not too long ago.
Yeah. Maybe what's so funny is that was...
Dude, that was like
15 years ago, 15 years ago. I don't know. That was a long time ago. And it wasn't at this studio. I had never been to this Santa Ana studio before because he was working over at the Hurley studio when I met him. And when I rolled into the Santa Ana studio, I didn't even recognize him. I didn't even put it together. And I was like, hey, what's up, Duddy? He's like, he's like, Cameron. He's like, we've worked with each other before, but a long time ago. I was like, oh, cool. I was like, sorry. My bad. And he was like, dude, it was a long time ago. Don't even worry. We haven't seen each other since, and I was like, oh, sweet. And then I didn't even put it together. And we worked with each other for a couple months. So I was like, what song did we work with each other again on? He's like, Lay Me Down at Hurley. I was like, oh shit.
Oh, cool. You could have got a good track record, bro.
We have a very good track record together.
Yeah,
we were 1 for 1 on that one.
Yeah, 1 for 1. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, so super stoked. Dirty Heads album, man, almost done. That single will be coming out. And we don't have any date set in stone for the release of the full album, but we are really wanting to have this out before the summer tour.
Ooh.
Because we want to be able to we're going to try it. We're going to try and get this thing out. So you guys can look forward to that.
Yeah.
And
doable.
Not much in the Rome and Duddy music world, but I do leave in a week or so to get out to Nashville.
Yes, sir.
I'm heading out to Nashville. Me and Rome are going to knock this album out that we have been waiting to knock out for 2 years now.
Yeah.
And God, I'm excited about this one. It's so fun. You guys, this album is so fun. And it is definitely not what you guys are expecting. It is definitely on some new shit. Mm-hmm. And I just can't wait for you to hear it. It's going to be some shit that you and your lady or you and your man are going to want to just sit back and relax and just have a great time too, man. I swear.
It's going to sonically sound fucking marvelous.
Yes.
Because who we're doing it with and the musicians that we're using as our band for the album, it's the real deal. I mean, it's crazy. I can't wait for it. It's going to be a beautiful experience. We're having my brother come out. He's going to shoot and get a bunch of footage for everybody for the whole project. And we're going to whip up some stuff for you guys to be able to see and kind of get a sneak peek into the studio and what we're doing. And dude, we definitely got to do a live studio kind of podcast thing.
Oh, we 100%.
We'll talk to Vance and see if he'll be down. Dude, he just completely redid his studio, knocked it down, and then rebuilt it back up and put it all 5 or 7.1 Dolby Atmos surround sound. So it's wow, dude, his studio is crazy. I'll send you pictures of it.
I'm
insane.
Excited.
It's in magazines and shit because he's got more gear than anyone on earth. But yeah, dude. So that's going to be awesome. And as far as Sublime with Rome album news, we haven't really began recording yet. So that's probably not going to really start happening until probably around May or June. So right now on my end, it's just playing up a couple of shows. Sublime with Rome we just announced our Red Rocks date with Jizza. Dude,
I saw that.
Castro's blowing up now. It's kind of crazy.
What?
We've known those guys for so long. It's
about fucking time.
Seriously, they put in the work,
I've always wondered because I'm dude, this band, their music is really cool. They put on a really fun live show, and they've been touring their asses off for so long. And I've always been when is this band going to start fucking, getting what they deserve? And it seems like they are starting to really build that solid fan base. And this is a proof right here, you guys. You have to put in the work.
Yeah,
You have to put it that I'm going to fucking go and play one acoustic coffee shop and there's going to be some rep in the room who's going to hear me. And next thing you know, I'm going to be a superstar. I guess, sure, that can happen. But the fucking chances of that happening are about 1 in a quadrillion.
Yeah. You have to do that a million times.
Yes.
And then eventually, the world rewards you with that guy in the audience or whatever the fuck,
It really
these days
does,
it's
man.
a TikTok.
And that's why I tell every young band, they always what, if you had one thing of advice to tell us, it was for these young bands that we see, they're still in the vans, they're doing the thing. I mean, we were in the van for 8-9 years. We get it.
Yeah.
Just really, if you're not enjoying it, then it's not for you. You have to enjoy the process. You have to enjoy living in that fucking van with your 8 other dudes that are in there, getting barely any sleep, not making much money, traveling around the country, playing these little bars to 10 people. If you're not enjoying that, if that doesn't sound like this is what I want to do for 10 years, then it ain't for you because you're going to have to do that. You ain't going to make any money. You're going to fucking drive around the country. Sometimes you're going to get to these venues. There's going to be no green room. There's going to be nobody there, and you're going to have to play. And if that doesn't sound like fun to you, it's not for you. This is not for you.
Seriously. No, dude, you very, very, very well said. There's no shortcuts.
No, there's not.
I mean, you can obviously work more efficiently and, network harder and smarter and all that. But at the end of the day, like there's no cheat sheet way to like, putting in the work and showing up for people and playing your best and writing your best songs and
connecting
doing that
with those fans
and connecting with them and talking with them.
When you play that show, when there's only 10 people there, go talk to those 10 people. Go talk to those 10 people. After you're done playing, go sit at that bar and have a couple beers with everyone in that room. Because guess what? They're all going to leave there. They're going to tell all their buddies how much fun they have. And the next time you go to that town, there is going to be 20 people. Yeah. And then 40 and then 80. Dude, you know what I mean?
I was with Cheese a couple weekends ago. And, he was asked to go check out this young rapper who was playing in Indiana. And it's his first show. I guess he's got some buzz online and he's literally playing his first show. And so, their management hit up Cheese and was like, yo, can you come check him out and tell us what you think, if you want to sign him or help out. And so he brought me and we went and checked it out. And dude, it was like packed. Like the kid's first show was just like packed.
That's dope.
It sounded good and it was like well rehearsed and like you could just kind of tell like, oh, this is somebody who takes it very seriously.
He really cares about his art. He wants to put his best foot forward every time.
And that's how those people are in the audience.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Was it his first show? Yes. But you can absolutely tell that he has been doing this for a while. And, he had been putting up music.
He's been online connecting with the people listening to his music. They all knew he had a show, and that's because he put in that
really
work.
Good. Sounded
rare,
cool.
Dude. That's rare for a young hip hop act. I've seen some just nightmare hip hop shows before with young acts that come up, and these acts you'll go on their Instagram and they'll have, I got 200,000 followers, and they're putting out shit on SoundCloud or Spotify or whatever, and they've got this cool little online community built, and then they go to start playing actual live shows, and it's just a disaster because that's a whole different world. That's a whole different world out there. And if you don't put in those rehearsals and those practices, you're gonna feel real lost up there real quick.
Yeah, man, you gotta work at this stuff. Like anything in any industry, you gotta just put in the work.
It's the truth. Speaking about putting in work. Man, we put in some work recently on creating this CBD bundle that we just launched yesterday.
Absolutely.
And from what I hear, I think it's pretty much sold out.
Yeah. I think there may be like 5 or 10 left.
By the time you guys hear this episode, it will be sold out. Hopefully. I'm pretty sure it should be. But yeah, dude, super cool. I can't wait for you guys to start getting these sent out and receiving them. And I can't wait to hear the feedback because honestly, it's really cool. Like the flower that comes in it, we've said before, it's just CBD flower in this bundle. So you're not going to get stoned from it, but it is packed with the most just purest CBD. It tastes and smells amazing.
All organically grown and processed.
All organically grown.
It's done right.
Very small batch. The reason we only made 125 of these bundles is because that's all we grew of this. Yeah, it's a very small batch of just very pure organic flour that just tastes amazing. You guys are going to love it. And it comes with all sorts of cool stuff in there, pins, stickers, hats. It's a really cool situation.
Everything is just like really well made. It's all high quality. And I mean, honestly, it's a collector's piece. It's something
it's a collector's piece. You'll have up there everything that comes in it is a collector's item. And,
and that's kind of like the start of like, honestly, like what we're trying to do moving forward, like with, like what we're trying to do with like Peaceful Human, which is our new company, kind of taking a step forward towards like, more like wellness and more sort of like just activism and things that we kind of believe in. And, like putting out this first collector's box was our first initiation into that kind of world. And, like Duddy said, like we've been putting this together for honestly since summer tour, going back and forth, thousands and thousands of emails and like sessions with the art and getting the tasting profiles right. And, switching cultivators and everything, like everything's been done. And And, to finally be released and being in the climate that we're at with, the Russian invasion into Ukraine and everything, it was like, we talked about like maybe pushing it back, maybe like now's not the time to kind of be dropping this. But this was like kind of more so like fuel to put it out and use it to support a good cause and support people in need. So it really kind of, everything kind of happened for a reason. And, like, we're very grateful that we were able to, during these like terrible times, like be able to use this initiation, like of like what we're trying to do and be able to throw it towards a good cause, like right out the gate, So, yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful thing to be able to use your platform like that. And we're definitely going to, keep exploring, into more stuff like that.
Yep, absolutely. So yeah, you tell them where to go follow online.
Yeah. Go to, at Peaceful Human. And yeah, we Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, we're all there. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to have, we've got coming out. We got a full another line that we've been putting together that we're going to be dropping soon. And we've got a lot more ideas in the future for just fun, more of these limited edition bundles, more just, we're going to put together a lot of special stuff that we're going to be dropping through that Peaceful Human company. And with one of the things we're going to do with the proceeds from it is we're always going to be trying to find, cool charitable things we can do, or just, things that go with the Peaceful Human concept and wellness and all that. So it's going to be a rad community that we're building over there. So if you want to help and be a part of that, go over there to, Peaceful Human, like he said, online, and like
it's a
and
private
follow
page right now.
Yeah.
I kind of like it private for now.
Yeah.
Just kind of keeping everyone in there. Just,
it'll be a cool community, and we're going to start building that. So we'd love you guys to be a part of it. We don't have much more time. We do got to jump here soon. So, we're going to answer a couple Q&A questions here in a second. If you want a chance to ask us Q&A questions that we will answer on the show, go over to that Facebook group, The Rome and Duddy Show, and you can, we always post Q&A threads there, and you can ask questions and we will answer them here on the show. And if I don't answer your question, I try to look for names I haven't already answered questions for a bunch. Trying to get some new people in there, or it might just be a question. It might just be a question we've been asked many times. So I try to do the best we can with mixing it up. So no hard feelings if we don't answer yours. We will get around to them all, hopefully, eventually.
Our favorite venue is Red Rocks.
Yes. When are we coming back to your city? I don't know. But before I get into this Q&A, because I do got to jump here.
I want to hear what Jack.
But yeah, I got a funny ass Jack story, and he hasn't left for school yet, so I'm going to try and I don't want him to hear me telling this because he'll probably be
it's behind his back.
Yo, this shit was fucking hilarious. I let him have a couple buddies spend the night this weekend, which we always do. Like, I'm the dad. I'm always like, yeah, I don't care. Every weekend there's kids at my house.
Good man.
And he had two of his buddies spend the night, and one of his buddies, like his best friend Jackson, was there. His best friend Jackson's always there. They had this other kid Max that was there, and he was super cool. But Jackson's parents, we're good friends with his parents too. And Jackson's mom calls Rachel, my wife, and she's like, "Hey, I got something to talk to you about."
Oh,
and she goes, I got Jackson's phone, and I looked through his search history from the night he spent the night at your guys' house. And it was at like 2:30 in the morning. These boys are 10, right? These boys are 10. At 2:30 in the morning. Hold on. I thought it was. It's so good, you guys. It's so much better than you even think. At 2:30 in the morning, Jackson, not my son, but Jackson typed into the phone. You guys ready? Hot boobs. Hot boobs. And then there was a picture of, then you can see that hot boobs was typed in, and then you can see the page they opened, and it was just like a girl standing there with no shirt on. bottoms and everything. But that was it. Like you can tell they typed it in. They opened
freaked out.
They probably opened the one picture and went, oh, like through the phone. Like, oh my God, I was dying, bro.
Oh my God, that is freaking hilarious.
Hot boobs. I texted Jackson's dad. I just texted him hot boobs with a question mark. And he just texted me back like the crying emojis and shit. It's like, look, we're not mad. I definitely told him.
Little boys,
I told him, I was like, yo, you guys can't be looking at that shit. Like if I can't trust you, then I'm going to have to start taking away your electronics, And like, he was super embarrassed. And like, apparently like the Jackson kid was like crying when his mom called him out on it. Cause that's embarrassing for a young kid, but
oh my God, that is embarrassing. Bro.
Hot boobs is the best fucking thing you could ever type into a Google search.
Dude.
Hot boobs. What kind of porn do you like? Dude, like hot boobs.
Hot and boobs. Like what?
Hot boobs or like rad butts or something.
Oh man, that's so innocent.
That's so innocent. All right, dudes. That. You know what?
Let's leave on that note. That's a good one.
All right, let's get into a couple Q&A. And again, you guys, I am sorry. I'm only going to be answering a couple because I do have to jet out of here. But me and Rome just said that we're going to jump on a Facebook Live or Instagram Live at some point this week. We'll let you guys know. And we're going to answer a bunch more of these questions you guys have left because we're not going to be able to get to many of them today and we feel bad. But here we go. Let's start with a couple. We got Michelle Ann says, how do you like your steak cooked?
Ooh.
I like it. I like it rare, but it needs to be warm in the middle though. I don't like it when it's so rare that the middle's cold. I don't like that. When you go to like a nice steakhouse, I feel like every time I get a rare steak there, it's cold in the middle. And I'm sure that's the proper way, but I don't like that. It's too much for me. Give me a warm steak. I want it to be rare, but warm.
I say medium rare. I like my medium rare, but here's what I like to do. It's so annoying. I tell the waitress, I'll do chef's preference. Oh. And they go, medium rare? What the fuck
does that mean? Yeah.
It's always medium rare. The chef's like,
medium rare.
Fucking medium rare. Just say medium rare. And I'm like, chef's preference, please. She's like, whatever, dude. I'm going to spit in your fucking steak.
That is freaking funny. But you know what I do like when it comes to meat, which it's like I have the friends that are like, what? That's not how you're supposed to have meat. It's supposed to be rare. Ground beef, like on my hamburger, medium well.
Oh, yeah.
Medium well on that burger. Like the ground beef is not good when it's rare.
I don't want
some people are like, no, the meat's supposed to be rare. No, when it's all like, it's just too mush. And then you got no, a burger should have that bite, dude.
I want a burger
is black. A ground beef burger is not a steak.
No, it is a burger, meaning
cook that shit. Cook that shit.
Burnt. 3 of the letters in burnt are used in burger.
Yeah.
For a reason.
Christina Whitman says, do either of you snore?
Yes.
I
immensely.
Don't
when
really
I drink
snore.
Jack Daniels.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't snore, but like if I like go hard, like if it's a night out with Rome and we drink whiskey, I'll probably snore.
So I'm sleeping in the living room that night, my boy. Yeah. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
I can't even dream of going into that bedroom.
This is funny. Corey Rolfe says, how often do you listen to your own music? Well, like never, but when we're doing a new album like we're doing right now, I love when we get like the new versions, like, as you're working on the tracks and the new versions keep coming in, like I'll listen to that. And it's funny. If I do listen to my own music, it's by myself and it'll be like reminiscing almost. Like I'll go back and like listen to, a couple songs off like Any Port in a Storm or something I just haven't listened to in 10 years, and you're like, oh my God. Like it'll, but like, no, I'm never like having people over and playing my own music and no.
Well, I mean, if I got some new shit, I'll be like, sad. But I mean, I'm always working. I'm always listening because I'm always working on new music. So I'm always listening to this shit.
Yeah. You guys, I'm so sorry, but this is going to be our last question for the day. but we will be jumping on live some point this week to answer a bunch more of these questions. Yep. And next week's episode is going to be fire. I promise. I know this was a weird episode. We just wanted to get you guys something during this busy ass week, but thank you guys for listening and sticking with us. Let's answer one more of these. And I actually think this is a funny ass question. Rick Royer says, have either of you ever recorded a song for an album and never played it again? Yeah.
The majority of them?
Like so many of them. There's
probably
so many
90% of every album.
Only time I ever played it or ever sang it was during the recording of it and never fucking played it again. Absolutely.
Amen. That is literally 90% of every album, if you think about it.
And there's definite songs right now that I know in my head I will never play again. Ever. There's some of them I'm like, damn, we should play that one.
We should play, but we won't.
How have we never played that one? There's a handful of those too.
Because you won't.
We won't. But yes, to answer your question,
yes.
Fuck yeah.
Same for me. Fuck yeah.
And when you think about those songs too, you're like, oh, that's crazy. Yeah. I wouldn't even know where to begin how to play the. I'd have to like relearn it. I'd have to have someone show me how to play what I played. You know,
that's amen. Amen.
Yeah. And I've done that. I've gone back before to sit that I've written and been like I can't even figure out my own guitar part.
During the quarantine, when you guys were running through all the Dirty Heads albums.
That's right. We went through pretty much
everything.
There was still a couple tracks we didn't play.
Oh, was there?
There was a couple tracks we didn't play. I'll tell you one song that we've never played that I guarantee we will never fucking play. Truth.
Tell me the truth.
I hate that song so much. I don't know why. I hate that fucking song.
I know another one too. And it's a song that we did together that every time I think about it, I'm like, I wish I didn't do that song for the Dirty Heads.
What?
Running for Your Life.
Oh, you know what's a bummer about that song?
The melody is great, but
the melody is great. The beat is really great, and the raps, like the verses, are fire.
Fire.
The raps are fire.
Oh, it's so good.
But like the chorus just didn't work out. And then what was funny is we got that chick on it because Jared
kind of bums it
was like fired up on this young girl because apparently she had some like heat going in like the model world or something.
She was in Justin Bieber's video.
She was in Justin, whatever. So it was like somehow it came about. We'll get the shit. And then we released that song and she was just like, I'm not posting anything about the song. I want, like, we were like, that was the whole point. You were like, it just,
yeah, right.
It just, that song went,
you agree to do the song.
Yeah. All right. I got to jump, you guys. Fucking love you all. And anyone who did pick up that bundle, thank you guys so much for helping support. Anyone who didn't get one and wants one, don't worry. We have a bunch more awesome shit we're going to be dropping here in the future, and we will let you guys know all about that. But other than that, have a great day.
Thank you so much. Have a good one.
Peace.